and welcome to another edition of Carnivore Bites. I'm your host, Jeff Sherman, along with Dr. Eric Lopkin. So a little, again, back-to-back, Dr. Lopkin, two kind of slow news weeks. Usually they're just percolating. I think
the Thanksgiving holiday probably had something to do with that.
I think you are probably correct. I think, in the news, not an earth-shattering event, but Ivanka Trump using personal emails. Your read on that, Dr. Lopkin?
Yeah, I think it's a minor thing.
I think it's no traction, really.
I mean, according to the reports, she basically used her private email, to schedule things with her family. So as long as there was no classified information or nothing, actually official, it'll blow over. I don't think it's that big a deal.
Not the brightest thing in the world to do, my friend.
Not
a Mensa candidate thing.
No, an incredibly stupid thing to do, given the focus on Hillary Clinton's emails during the campaign.
Of course. Now, on that issue, we disagree, Dr. Lopkin, but we're still good friends and working partners. I think, and I agree with you. Let's start off with what I agree with you on. That Hillary ran, Robbie Mook, I still can't believe him. As I said, most people, I think you'll agree with this, Dr. Lopkin. Most people, like Donna Brazile, she ran a horrible campaign with Gore. He should have beat Bush, okay? But they always have kind of a second life, okay? You know what I'm saying? They have a second life. Robbie Mook has none because, that was a high school kid could run a better campaign than he did.
The campaign was horrible.
Absolutely, beyond belief, okay? So with that in mind, I do think that the emails absolutely hurt her.
Oh, it did hurt her. I think we just disagree on the amount it hurt her. I think there were so many things done wrong that they would have had to fix more than just the email scandal to win this.
Yes, I would agree with that. Yes, but it did not help her, and even also Comey's coming out at the last minute saying we're reissuing or reinvestigating didn't help either. But not the brightest thing in the world. You did have some comments on an A&E special about the whole and how you correlate that to the Trump investigation. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, A&E ran a 3-night documentary this week about the Whitewater investigation, Monica Lewinsky, and that whole thing with the Clinton administration. And what I found fascinating was the parallels between what went on then and what's going on with the Mueller investigation and the Democrats in general. Basically, it's like the Democrats picked up the Republicans' playbook from the 1990s, and they're just following it step by step. And it makes it look, now again, Trump was nothing in the Mueller investigation, nothing about Trump was mentioned in this special. But watching it and watching the news, you can't help but look at it and go, it looks like they're going after Trump as revenge, both for beating Hillary and for what Republicans did to Bill and allegedly Hillary back in the 90s. I would agree with that.
I would agree. And also, if you remember from your history, it absolutely backfired on the Republicans. They lost the House and the Senate because they never should have impeached Clinton. He should have been censured, and also when you look through the eye of history, what he did, at the time was I never condoned it, but it was okay, whatever. I just kind of went over my head. But looking through it 20 years later, it completely despicable and worthy of a sanction through Congress, not impeachment. Will you agree?
Yeah, it was certainly worthy of sanctions. I honestly believe he could have avoided impeachment completely if he had just told the truth. That was
but he never knew. He never thought that there'd be a dress.
No,
who would ever know that? So
that's something else that the special shows you is that he had this Svengali hold over Monica Lewinsky. The idea that she would turn over evidence and admit what went on never entered his mind.
No, that would make sense. So a little slow news week, but still, food for thought. Correct, Dr. Lopkin?
Absolutely.
We'll be back next week, right?
See you then.
You've been listening to Carnivore Radio's podcast. You can catch us here every week. Carnivore Radio is part of the Xvadio podcast network. You can listen to the podcast at blogtalkradio.com/Xvadio. If you want to be part of the conversation, you can listen to us live every Friday at 4 o'clock on WESU 88.1 Middletown, Connecticut. You can also catch us online at WESUFM.org. We look forward to hearing from you, and see you next week.